keeping your center, but that we have a center between us. It's about here. You need to control that center. So when I touch you, you have, from your center, control the center, find the agreement, and it'll help you to maybe just put your hand out, maybe just lightly touch me. I'm going to stay put. Don't go anywhere. Okay, yes. This is getting, now I'm some kind of idiot that's pushing him, but I'm trying to fight myself because he's in agreement with me, right? Now, you know, there's maybe a little help with the leverage of a cantilever here, and just the touch. All those, use those little bits, but don't think of it as a physical testing you here. This is good. And even if she's not, you know, oh, she's got it. Now I want you to walk forward. As soon as she started walking forward, she ran into me. How come she ran into me? Because she doesn't want me. Now, think about we're connected. And now there is some mechanics here. See, if you try to move this point, then you're running right into me. So I want you, your stance is kind of wide. I want you to, so that you can put your weight. See, it's hard, if you're here, your weight's in, you can't move. Right? So this is why we have a stance in Aikido that's close, so that I can put weight on one foot without moving my upper body. I can move forward and backwards. If I'm here, I can't move without shifting my whole body. Right? So now, I want you to put your foot like this. Yeah, toes up. Now, I'm on for the ride. Now just roll your foot down as you move. Okay. So, oneness. And see, this is this nice connection. It feels good right now. If you feel this get really, you know, you have to ease up. And the way you do that is put your foot forward, start, make it nice, easy start. You see, she's got agreement. And I'm moving. Now I can try to stop her again. She needs to find the agreement again. Go ahead. And pretty soon I feel like an idiot. Right? We're kind of hanging up against it. So sometimes you go, wow, that is just really hard. You might as well give up. But you have to realize that you can move this direction. So hold it. Move this direction. No problem. Yes, come on. And if I let go, if I hold you move this direction, no, move this direction. And so now, so you only have to take like a step and a half in this direction, and once we're on board, you just walk. So then, you know. So, you know, just another way to find agreement, right? We're stopping you pretty well, and he wants to say, no, I want you guys, but we're already disagreeing with that. So he finds there's a direction, two directions of agreement easily, and then we are on board, right? So, you have to puzzle these things out. Finding it's not just good intention, you also have to say, well, I have to get with you guys. Which direction will you let me go, right? With one person, it matters so much what you do. Then you have to move. He's finding he's running into you. Wow. This is like watching an anxiety answer. Not quite. All right. Use that hand. Point at Woody. Now, point over there. So, you're touching. Well, we do. No, you had it good here, push. And then, see, then we go right into a point of disagreement. But now, sometimes we need, you don't need to use your hands like that, but it's a prop so that you can. Oh yes, this is that's your attitude. It's the beginning. It's how you move the motion, right? If I start my connection like this, even though I was so good, Now instead I say, he's finding no disagreement. You just turn that, I talk about this in terms of spirals sometimes. And I think, okay, so the spiral is coming up and it's here. And so up here it's very soft and it's already, so it's a very nice feeling to get into. We tend to think very linearly, and linearly is me against you. Circular spiral, it's us. Once you have us, you can't be stopped because he has to stop himself. Right? It's very hard. Pick myself up, push myself over. It's hard. Okay? Right? Do the also one. It's like nothing. What is this? So now what the disagreement is, I've got a wrist and she needs to do the push. So now we're disagreeing. But it takes two to disagree. But you also need to know where the points of agreement are. So I'm just going to show one hand here. And you see, this is probably the hook of disagreement. And most of us want to just run our way through the hook of disagreement. I will use my fingertips. Well, I just made the hook bigger. Right? Do we have any disagreement up here? So, there's no disagreement here. So, I find the points of agreement. Now I can, once I get her on board, I can start doing, the fingertip stuff I want. Right? So, now what you're going to want to do then is go, okay, I'm going to, and then you run into the point. It's just think, thank you. Okay. So now I've got you here. And go ahead, run against my hooks of disagreement. Okay. Yes. Now, yes, there. And now, oh, no, that's too much. Now, just imagine her coming in. Yes. Because once, you still go mechanical. Like, this is what you do. You see, you're going through this. Now it became disagreeable. Right? So it still comes this way. So all you want to do is just like walking in place. Okay, I found it. I'm walking. I'm ready to go. So now, if I tell them be just a little tense, then if I push here, it's just going to nail them. Right? It's just, you're blown away. So this always blows away beginners when we first show them this, because it just seems like there's no way you should be able to control yourself. Right? He does it again. Now he's relaxed. When I touch, it's not receiving it here. He's touching me here with his one point through his elbows, so I can push. He can walk forward. Okay. And when you push, don't push all sorts of crazy directions. Just push straight in. This is to understand. We can do that at a third, fourth level, or something. But and if you have difficulty with this, then we can do a little yaki. I'm just so mesmerized. But what that does is it stops his ability to be. Here's your disagreement, right? But you're just doing this. You don't have any time to fight here. You dance, right? So you can try that. Right?